Welcome to Trademarks in a Nutshell, Part 2. Many trademarks are used by the general public like they were generic names. If you own a trademark that is used like a generic name, you should make sure the general public knows they are not generic, and you should never let another company use the trademark to describe their product. You could easily lose the exclusive use of the trademark, which means you lose the brand equity associated with the name. This loss could be a severe financial blow if you have a well-known name. Here's some things you can do to protect trademark rights. Monitor the use of the trademark by others. Enforce your rights by demanding that others do not use your trademark as a generic name. Educate companies and the public about the proper use of your trademark. Always use your trademark in the proper form. Capitalize it and use the trademark symbol. Never use a trademark as a generic name. Make it clear to the consumers that the trademark represents the brand and not the product category. For example, Band-Aid always includes this in their advertising. Band-Aid brand, adhesive bandage. To acquire trademark rights, here's what you need to do. Be the first to use it in commerce. Remember, descriptive marks can be protected only after they have acquired secondary meaning. Rights are limited to the geographic area where you would sell or be expected to sell the product. Register the mark with the government. In the United States, that's the Patent and Trademark Office. Also register in various states and other governments around the world for global marketing. Can trademark rights be lost? Yes, they can. First, courts can declare the mark a generic name. Another way you can lose the right to the mark is through abandonment. If you discontinue use with no intent to resume use, this can be inferred if a mark is not used for 3 years. This means you cannot warehouse useful marks without using them. There are several basic types of illegal trademark use. There's infringement, and then there is dilution by blurring and dilution by tarnishment. Trademark infringement occurs when consumers are likely to be confused because a new mark is so similar to an established mark. The standard for infringement is the likelihood of confusion. And so if the courts decide consumers are likely to be confused, then that's the definition of trademark infringement. Courts look at a number of different factors. Strength of the mark, for example, is it a fanciful mark, which has very strong protection? The similarity of the products. The more similar the products, the more likely consumers are to be confused. The similarity of the marks themselves. Evidence of actual confusion, so you can use marketing research as evidence in a court case like this. The similarity of the marketing channels. And finally, the defendant's intent. If you tried to market a computer named Gateway, spelled Gaitway, this probably would be too similar to the established Gateway brand, and this would be decided to be trademark infringement. If you sell computers named Apple, that would obviously cause confusion, so that would be clear infringement. Trademark dilution occurs two ways, either through blurring or tarnishment. The likelihood of confusion is not necessary. Blurring occurs when the power of the mark is weakened through its identification with dissimilar goods. For example, if you were going to produce bicycles and you named them Kroger bicycles, or if you were going to produce jeans and you named them Lexus jeans, or if you were going to offer computers and you named them McDonald's computers, these are all famous brands, and it's very likely that you would not be allowed to use those famous names because of trademark dilution. Tarnishment, on the other hand, occurs when the famous mark is cast in an unflattering light, typically through its association with inferior or unseemly products or services. So if you wanted to open a bar and name it the Lexus Lounge, Lexus could probably prevent you from doing that because of trademark dilution. That's Trademarks in a Nutshell, Part 2.